So today I'm going to share with you my most recent trip to Ireland. Top of the morning to ya. Back in March, my best friend Faith and I went to Dublin, Ireland to celebrate both of our 21st birthdays. We flew from Charlotte, North Carolina to Philadelphia, then from Philly to Dublin, Ireland, actually on St. Patrick's Day. And the first day we got there, we couldn't check into our Airbnb until later that day. So we went to a tourist office, we put our luggage away, well, some of it, and we walked around the city for a while and went to a few parks and went to a few shops and just explored the city for a little bit. So we were both too young to rent a car, but in Dublin, we really didn't need one. It was so easy to walk around, and we took the bus most places, but there were so many people walking around, riding their bikes, taxis, buses, all over the place, so it really wasn't hard to get around. If we were old enough to rent a car, I really don't think we would have. It was just so easy to get around. We stayed the week in this little Airbnb right outside of the city center. I'll put that link down below in case you want to go check it out. So since we didn't rent a car, we actually ended up booking 2 bus tours. One that took us more south of Dublin, and then the other one took us more towards the Atlantic, which was never west of Dublin, and we actually got to see a lot of the country that way. Since we didn't have a car, we booked those 2 bus tours and we got to see a lot of stuff. So our first tour was with Wild Rover Tours, and this tour took us south of Dublin. So we started in Dublin and we made our way to this cute little town called Kilkenny. While we were there in Kilkenny, our tour guide showed us a few things and he let us go. Like he was like, I'll give you a little tour and then you guys can go do whatever you want, explore the town a little bit. And he told us about this really old guard tower that if we wanted to, we could climb it, and at the top you get the best view of Kilkenny. So me and Faith and most of our tour group made our way to that guard tower, and when we got there, we did not realize how narrow this thing was. I mean, it was so small. We were going up while people were coming down. There was just a lot going on in this very narrow guard tower. So our second part of the tour, we went from Kilkenny to Wicklow. And in Wicklow, we stopped at Wicklow Gap, where, by the way, P.S. I Love You was filmed, where, if you've seen that movie, then you know what I'm talking about. It's where they met, like she was walking alongside the road, and he showed up. That's where we went.
So what were you looking for out here?
Wicklow Mountains National Park.
The Wicklow Mountains National Park.
We get there, rolling hills for as far as the eye can see.
As far as the eye can see.
And it had just snowed the day before, So it was melting, but there was still some snow. You could see the green grass coming through. And it was perfect. It was so beautiful. So after Wicklow Gap, we went to Glendalough, where we saw old ruins of buildings, and it was an old monastery. So we checked that out, and it was very cool. But my favorite part of this tour had to be our very last stop, which was to a authentic little sheep farm tucked away in the Wicklow Mountains. And the sheep had just had some new baby lambs, and there were enough for everyone to hold. So we all got a chance to hold a lamb, and it was just awesome. It was great. And the sheep farmer showed us how his border collie herds up the sheep, and how he listens to his commands, and how he runs his farm.
My soul now seeks another home, a brighter world on high. I'm a long-time traveling here below. I'm a long-time traveling away from home. I'm a long-time traveling here below to lay this body down. Farewell, kind friends whose tender care has long engaged my love. Your fond embrace I now exchange for better friends above. I'm a long-time traveling here below. I'm a long-time traveling away from home.
Alright, so second day. Or no, this is our third day. First day Dublin, second day Wild Rover tours, third day Paddy Wagon tours. So we started out in Dublin, and we headed towards the Atlantic coast, towards Dublin. Along this tour we saw some castles, some cows, some little houses. We saw mini cliffs. We ate at this really good restaurant that had Irish food. Also, there is this one song that haunts me. It haunts me. Everywhere I go, I hear this song. It's Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond, and everywhere I go, I swear I hear this song. And guess what song, out of all the songs in the world, guess what song everyone on the tour bus starts singing?
Touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. So good, so good, so good.
So on this tour, our main goal was to get to the Cliffs of Moher, but before we got there, we took a lot of little stops along the way, and one of the stops we took was to this little leprechaun house. They called it a leprechaun house, and next to it was a leprechaun well where you'd go up to it and you'd put your right knee on the stone and you'd flip a coin into the well and make a wish. So Ireland is no doubt filled with amazing things to see, but one thing you must see while you're there is the Cliffs of Moher.
They were scared down in their homes. The forest that once was green was colored black by those killing machines. But she and her furry friends took took down the Queen Bee and her men. And that's how the story goes. The story of the bees with those four dirty paws.
So that's basically our trip to Ireland. It was super fun. I definitely want to go back again. Everyone there is so friendly, and I love how everyone is walking around and everyone's out and about doing something, and I love the culture. Everything about it was just it was happy, and I loved it. And you cannot love Ireland. You can't. So I hope you enjoyed that little talk about my trip. And I hope that you plan a trip to go sometime, because it is awesome. If you liked it, please subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what your favorite part was. Make sure you follow this channel's Instagram account at mcgonagall.yt on Instagram, where I will post pictures, videos, anything related to upcoming YouTube videos, and little extra stuff like that. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Touching me, touching